Ecuador's prisons are in crisis, and the latest tragedy is a stark reminder of the deepening chaos. At least 17 people were killed in a prison riot in Esmeraldas, marking the second deadly outbreak of violence in the country's correctional facilities this week. But here's where it gets even more alarming. This isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a disturbing pattern that has left the nation grappling with a growing prison violence epidemic. The riot in Esmeraldas, a coastal city near the Colombian border, erupted on Thursday, leaving a trail of devastation. Police discovered prisoners dead inside their cell blocks, and graphic images circulating on social media, verified by the AFP news agency, showed victims lying on the ground, their blood-stained torsos exposed. Shockingly, at least 2 of the victims had been decapitated. This brutal scene follows another riot earlier in the week in Machala, a port town south of Guayaquil, where gang-related fighting left 14 dead and 14 wounded, according to local police chief William Calle. During that incident, inmates clashed with authorities, killing a guard and taking officers hostage. Ecuador's prisons have long been a battleground for gang wars, but the scale of violence has reached unprecedented levels. In 2021, the country witnessed its deadliest prison massacre when rival gangs clashed in Guayaquil, leaving over 100 inmates dead and more than 50 injured. Since February 2021, nearly 500 prisoners have been killed, often in horrific ways, with bodies dismembered and burned. And this is the part most people miss. The crisis isn't just about gang rivalries. It's deeply intertwined with Ecuador's strategic location between Colombia and Peru, the world's top cocaine exporters. More than 70% of the world's cocaine now passes through Ecuador's ports, according to government data, making it a critical transit hub for drug cartels. This has fueled a power struggle among rival gangs with ties to Mexican and Colombian cartels, turning prisons into war zones. Last year, the situation escalated dramatically when gang members took prison guards hostage following the escape of narcotics boss José Adolfo Macias, also known as Fido. Meanwhile, his allies outside the prison detonated bombs and even held a television presenter at gunpoint, live on air. In response, President Daniel Noboa declared a state of internal armed conflict and deployed the military to take control of the prisons. However, just last month, 8 penitentiaries, including the Machala prison, were handed back to police control, raising questions about the sustainability of these measures. Is militarizing prisons the solution, or is it merely a band-aid on a much deeper wound? The recurring violence in Ecuador's prisons isn't just a law enforcement issue. It's a symptom of a larger problem rooted in the country's geopolitical position and the global drug trade. As rival gangs continue to fight for dominance, the question remains, can Ecuador break this cycle of violence, or will its prisons remain a battleground for years to come? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation that demands attention and action.